Ratna Bhushan, a friend, motivator, and guide to IAS aspirant, international motivational speaker, leadership trainer, CEO, coach, political strategist, and policy advisor. Welcome to ASG. ASG believe in quality, commitment, and success. The quote of today is: "It does not require money to it does not require money to be neat, clean, and dignified. It does not require money to be neat, clean, and dignified." This is the quote of Mahatma Gandhi from the book The Words of Gandhi written by Richard Attenborough. Today's news is, source is the Hindu newspaper. Amit Shah test positive, admitted to hospital. TN governor also infected. UP minister dies by COVID-19. Union Home Minister Sri Amit Shah tweeted on Sunday that he had tested positive for COVID-19 and requested all those who had come in contact with him in the past few days to isolate themselves and get tested. Mr. Shah's positive report came on a day when Uttar Pradesh Cabinet Minister Kamala Rani Varun died from the coronavirus infection, and Tamil Nadu Governor Banwari Lal Purohit and UP State BJP President Swatantra Dev Singh also tested positive for COVID-19. Pakistanis behind Chinese info war on the border standoff. Pakistanis behind Chinese info war on the border stand. Handles with Chinese names, Mandarin content traced to earlier avatars in Urdu. Many of these Chinese accounts that mushroomed on the social media this summer and spread false information about the border clash with India and have been traced to Pakistan in what believed to be coordinated disinformation campaign aimed at India. The India-China border tensions starting in May and culminating in June 15, clash in Galwan Valley sparked a first of its kind information war on social media, where Indian and Chinese accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube traded images and videos in one effort that both capture the narrative and the attention of the media. The disinformations flowed both ways, but what was unknown to consumers of the post by Chinese social media users in that many of the accounts that posted China-based users were actually Pakistani accounts. Twitter is banned in China, although it can be accessed using virtual private networks. The next news is parents, the first and natural tutor. Parents, the first and natural tutor, how low-income parents can start getting more involved in early childhood care and education. The National Education Policy NEP emphatically makes the case for early childhood care and education. It says school providing quality ECCE reap the greatest depends for children who come from families that are economically disadvantaged. Over 85% of the child cumulative brain development occurs by before the age of 6. Yet, for 5 crore children are estimated not have attained fundamental literacy and numeracy in India. At present, says the policy, children from socioeconomically disadvantaged backgrounds don't have access to ECCE. The NEP lays out a detailed paradigm for educators to provide high quality ECCE through preschools and Anganwadis. It also talks of how parents can be active stakeholders in their children's education. Indeed, it is crucial that we dig deeper into how parents can help, as any learning in a school can be reinforced or undone at home. Parents are their children's first natural tutors at the age. Involving them is necessary to ensure that children learn the foundational skill they need to succeed in school. But how can low-income parents with constraint on other time and energy start getting more involved in ECG through our network with low-income communities and youth? We believe the answer is through AIM, aspiration, information, motivation, aim, inspiration, information, motivation, and measurement. Building inspiration. At present, 30% of the low parents don't send their children to any ECCE institution. Instead, many opt to send their children to primary school too early, when they are still cognitively and emotionally unprepared for class 1 studies. These are often children who get left behind in primary school and beyond, with limited scope for recovery. Evidence suggests that low income parents do value education from primary school onwards, spending a disproportionate amount for their monthly income on it. However, awareness of the importance of education at the preschool age is missing. Indeed, while high income parents face a huge amount of social pressure to help their children achieve devel- developmental milestone before the age of 6, low income parents lack such social incentive, building aspiration through role modeling, mass media, and social media, involving examples of celebrities and influencers in the crucial step. The next news is Trump to act against Chinese firms. Trump to act against Chinese firms. These software companies present an array of national security risk. Pompeo. US President Donald Trump will take action shortly on those Chinese software companies that are feeding data directly to the Beijing government, posing a risk to US National Security. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said on Sunday. President Donald Trump has said enough, and we are going to fix it, and so he will take action in the coming days with respect to the broad array of national security risks that are presented by the software connected to the Chinese Communist Party, Mr. Pompeo said on a Fox News channel Sunday morning. Future. The next important news is the significance of Char Dham board verdict. The significance of Char Dham board verdict. It is a setback of Hindutva and victory for the state regulation of temple. In a major setback to Hindus' arguments on the state control of Hindu temples, the Uttarakhand High Court on July 21 upheld the constitutionality of the Uttarakhand Char Dham Devta Management Board Act in the 2019 that was surprisingly enacted by the Bharatiya Janata Party government through Hindutva forces was opposed to such kind of laws. All religious reforms and resisted. This Sabrimala judgment saw the huge public protest similar to those after the Sabano judgment 1985 from the bogey of minority appeasement. The nation has now moved to the injustice against Hindus. Hindus are under threat is the new battle cry. This writer favors grant of autonomy to Hindu temples in managing their religious affairs as state control the temples in neither constitutionally permissible nor desirable. But in the last 6 years, the central government has taken any initiative to release temples from the clutches of the state. The last news is Chinese language courses under review. Government writes to university on Confucius institution deny links. Closed on the heels of the decision to drop Mandarin from the list of suggested language under the National Education Policy, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Human Resource Development has decided to put several higher education institutes their Chinese language training under the scanner. In particular, the ministry is looking closely at universities that have in the past had links with the official Chinese language training department, Hanban, that runs hundreds of Confucius Institute abroad. The Ministry of the Human Resource Development and University Grant Commission are in the process of reviving the work being done in the higher education institution as part of the agreement educational arrangement with the foreign institution as part of the process. We would like to review the activities undertaken by the Confucius Center in your university institutions affiliated to your university. Read the letter sent out the July 29 which the Hindu has seen. Although India has only the two functional CIS at present at Mumbai University and the Vellore University of Technology, the ministry has sent letters to the list 5 institutions that offer Chinese languages training, asking them to send all details of the collaboration since 2017, which will be reviewed by the Education Secretary Amit Khare on August 5th. Neither the UGC nor the Ministry of Education would comment on the meeting. It is unclear whether the review by the Secretary of Education aims to scrutinize cooperation only with the CIS The letter suggests for the Chinese language studies and educational links with the Chinese university in general. Varsity is confused. Varsity is confused. Veracity is confused. University official that the Hindu spoke to, who have received letter from the ministry, say there is some confusion over why they have been contacted at all. O.P. Jindal, Global University in Haryana, among those on the ministry review list, said the university has established partnership with the various universities in the China, but runs its language center not with the Hanban but in collaboration with the National Tsinghua University in Taiwan. We don't have Confucius Center. We don't have Confucius Center. We have not established such a center or institute. However, as a global university, we teach many foreign languages, said S.C. Rajkumar, Vice Chancellor of the Jindal Global University. The Bhartiyar University in Coimbatore also denied any connection. We have received a communication from the UGC, but we have not received any funding from the Hanban, said P. Kaliraj, Vice Chancellor. He added that Mandarin is not taught at the University Center for the Foreign Languages. So thank you very much to watch my program. Wish you all the best. God bless. God bless Bharat.